happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. You guys can probably already tell that it is going down. Just by that title alone, you guys are definitely going to check this one out. As we got China coming out expressing grave concerns, actually sending threats to the U.S. over Trump's announcement earlier this week on the Golden Dome anti-missile defense system for the United States, guys. And I'm excited to get into this one, see what's going on there. So we're gonna hop straight into it. All I ask that you guys please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, let's hop straight into it, folks. Check this one out.
I'm pleased to announce that we have officially selected an architecture for this state-of-the-art system that will deploy next-generation technologies across the land, sea, and space, including space-based sensors and interceptors. And Canada has called us, and they want to be a part of it. So we'll be talking to them. They want to have protection also. So as usual, we help Canada do the best we can. This design for the Golden Dome will integrate with our existing defense capabilities and should be fully operational before the end of my term. So we'll have it done in about 3 years. Once fully constructed, the Golden Dome will be capable of intercepting missiles even if they are launched from other sides of the world and even if they are launched from space. And we will have the best system ever built. As you know, we helped Israel with theirs, and it was very successful, and now we have technology that's even far advanced from that, but including hypersonic missiles, ballistic missiles, and advanced cruise missiles. All of them will be knocked out of the air. We will truly be completing the job that President Reagan started 40 years ago, forever ending the missile threat to the American homeland, and the success rate is very close to 100%, which is incredible when you think of it. You're shooting bullets out of the air. I'm also pleased to report that the One Big Beautiful Bill will include $25 billion for the Golden Dome to help construction get underway. That's the initial sort of a down deposit. And we have probably, you're talking about, General, we're talking about $175 billion total cost of this when it's completed.
Wow, guys, and that was President Trump announcing that Golden Dome missile defense system for the United States earlier this week, saying that the Golden Dome will be capable of catching missiles from across the world or even in space. Saying that he's going to be completing the job that Reagan started 40 years ago, also including Canada in the program. Surprise, surprise. And then the big surprise comes next, as the Chinese foreign minister is now expressing grave concerns over the U.S. Golden Dome missile defense system, saying that the program violates the international consensus. Okay, so China is not happy that the United States is trying to protect himself. I was a little bit unsure about this Golden Dome at first, probably about 80% bought in, 20% unsure. Now I'm 100% sure now that China's coming out expressing that they're against it.
So what are the capabilities that Lockheed has that can help with this?
Good morning, Carly. As the nation's leading provider of missile defense systems, Lockheed Martin brings fielded proven capabilities in space, airborne, and surface sensing, as well as interceptors to defeat threats and command and control capabilities to integrate all of that together.
And this Golden Dome could ultimately block nuclear missiles shot from on the ground and in space as well?
Yes, and there are, significant analysis of the existing and growing threat that have created the demand for this system to be fielded now. And so we are bringing those combat-proven capabilities, as well as working with all of industry and all of the technology companies to knit together this capability that will defend against those threats that you mentioned, as well as cruise missiles and intermediate ballistic missiles and other threats as well.
Well, it's fascinating, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that the robotic arms that are operating behind you and people walking past. So clearly all systems go at Lockheed Martin this morning, and I imagine that this Golden Dome and building it and creating it would be a job creator as well.
It is, and yeah, the work of deterrence is a 24/7 operation, and you see that in process here. And yes, there's going to be jobs in California, Colorado, Alabama, Arkansas, New Jersey, New York, all over the country. This is going to be a system that's built domestically here in the United States. And we're really proud to take a leading role in bringing President Trump's vision to reality.
Okay, so let's talk about how some of our adversaries are feeling about the president's announcement yesterday. Chinese Foreign Ministry put out this statement this morning saying this undermines global strategic balance and stability. China expresses serious concern over this. We urge the United States to abandon the development and deployment of a global missile defense system as soon as possible. This is a defensive technology, so how do you feel about that and where they're coming from here?
Well, what we've seen historically is that the thing that leads to conflict is a lack of deterrence. Yeah. And so our belief, along with the administration, is that having strong deterrence is the best way to deter conflict. And so we're looking forward to partnering with General Gutlein and the administration to roll this out and make the world safe for peace and prosperity.
So the president also said yesterday that Canada wants to be involved in this, but they would have to pay their fair share. And some skeptics say that the immense cost and the actual ability to create something to defend an entire continent isn't realistic. So what would you say to those critics?
Well, most of the constituent elements of the system have been demonstrated already in smaller scale around the world, and all of them have been proven in combat situations. And so this is really a scaling of capability and an integration capability. And the technology that's available today for networking, for edge and cloud computing, for bringing artificial intelligence to bear on the decision making, all of that new technology is what's going to allow us to stitch these capabilities together and produce this system.
It's fascinating. And really quickly, final question to you. Do you really think that we can get this up and running within the President Trump's second term over the next 3 years?
Because of the start we have with the existing capabilities, we're going to be able to rapidly assemble a credible deterrent in a very short period of time. And in parallel, then work the future technologies that'll deal with threats as they evolve and keep the system relevant for generations.
This is absolutely revolutionary work. I mean, just the think about how far we've come as far as defense systems. I didn't think we'd ever get here. I mean, we've seen Israel being able to do it. I don't know why they don't think the United States would be capable of, getting this project completed. We got the Chinese foreign minister. We got to go back to that, expressing grave concerns. I wanted to just check out this article and see exactly what the Chinese Communist Party has, where their issue is with the United States defending themselves against these missiles. Let's check that out really briefly, guys. We got a Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson on Wednesday saying that the U.S. Golden Dome missile defense system will heighten the risk of turning space into a war zone and creating a space arms race. When asked to comment on reports that the U.S. released details of the Golden Dome missile defense system on Tuesday, with $25 billion allocation on reportedly to be done in 3 years, consisting of next generation technologies across land, sea, and space. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Mao Ning said on Wednesday that the Golden Dome intends to create an unconstrained global multi-layered, multi-domain missile defense system. It plans to expand the U.S. arsenal of means for combat operations in outer space, including research and development and deployment of orbital interception systems. That gives the project a strong offensive nature and violates the principle of peaceful use in the Outer Space Treaty. The project will heighten the risk of turning space into a war zone and creating a space arms race and shake the international security and arms control system. Okay, I'm a little bit confused here. They're saying, or they're trying to spin this to say, essentially the foreign minister saying this is going to be an offensive move for the United States, when it seems that this is just a block and make sure to prevent. It doesn't say that this Golden Dome is going to be sending or have capabilities to be sending missiles back at folks. So I'm not sure what's going on there, or their full concern. They're saying that this is turning space into a war zone, essentially, creating some type of arms race, but that's not what this is. We already see it in place, which then draws me to the question of why China didn't have an issue or speak up when it was Israel developing their Golden Dome anti-missile defense system. Because the United States and we're a stronger power, I guess they feel like this would put us at a better advantage or that far ahead of the Chinese Communist Party. A little bit confused on this one. Let's read on. It says, according to Reuters, U.S. President Donald Trump said on Tuesday he had selected a design for the Golden Dome missile defense shield and named a Space Force general to head the program. The program aims to create a network of satellites, perhaps numbering in hundreds, to detect, track, and potentially intercept incoming missiles. This is yet another America First initiative that puts the U.S. absolute security above all else. It violates the principle of undiminished security for all and will hurt global strategic balance and stability. China is gravely concerned, Mao said, that foreign minister. We urge the U.S. to give up developing and deploying global anti-missile systems and take concrete actions to enhance strategic trust between major countries and uphold global strategic stability. The U.S. Golden Dome missile defense shield will be a violation of international consensus on keeping space free of military conflict and could inevitably trigger a new arms race in outer space. The Defense News reported on Wednesday that the House GOP included $25 billion for the project in its budget reconciliation package for fiscal 2025, a number that Trump referenced and validated in his remarks Tuesday. We'll have it done in 3 years, Trump told reporters. China and Russia in early May released a joint statement on global strategic stability, which said that the recent announcement of the Golden Dome plan for the U.S. openly proposed a significant increase in outer space combat means, including the development and deployment of orbital interception systems, weaponizing outer space, and turning it into a large-scale arms confrontation site, which made the situation even worse. The plan aims to build a global, multi-level, multi-domain missile defense system that is not subject to any constraints to resist various missile threats, including those from evenly matched opponents. In essence, the Golden Dome is a deliberate attempt by the U.S. to establish new global military superiority through a dual offense and defensive space-based system. I'm still not seeing where we're getting this whole offensive run from. I just think they're not happy with the fact that the U.S. won't be susceptible to these missile attacks anymore. That is what they kind of been playing on. Now they're saying that we can't punish the United States if need be. That's what I'm getting from this. I don't know what you guys are. You got to hop in the comments. Let me know. Then goes on to say a Chinese military affair expert told the Global Times on Wednesday such actions will be a blatant violation of international consensus on keeping space free of weapons and military conflict and could inevitably trigger a new arms race in outer space. Reuters reported that claimed that the dome aims at blocking threats from China and Russia, which are both the big folks who are upset. Ironically, the folks who are upset the most are the ones who, we're trying to protect ourselves from. This is like the bully saying, I'm going to punch you. Don't protect yourself. That's what I'm getting from there. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we're going to send a hit on you. Don't cover up or don't protect yourself. No, we're going to make sure that we have the proper protection procedure in place to make sure that we can defend ourselves. Then he goes on to say, given that China and Russia have long advocated for peaceful, non-military use of outer space, the question of who is fueling the militarization of space and instigating an arms race is abundantly clear. Washington's actions represent a dangerous escalation aimed at entrenching its military. China and Russia oppose the attempts of individual countries to use outer space for armed confrontation and reject the implementation of security policies and activities aimed at gaining military superiority in defining outer space and using it as a warfighting domain. When responding to the U.S. Golden Dome plan, Wu Qian, a spokesperson at the Chinese Ministry of National Defense, said at a regular press conference in February 2025, what the U.S. needs is not an Iron Dome, but coming out of the Iron Curtain that has confined its own mindset. The Chinese side requests the U.S. side to abandon its Cold War mentality, stop playing the so-called threats of other countries, and stop provoking military confrontation. According to Reuters, U.S. President said the defense shield, which cost some $175 billion, should be operational by the end of his term in January 2029. But industry experts were also suspicious of that time frame and the cost. This month, the Congressional Budget Office estimated that the Golden Dome could cost as much as $831 billion over 2 decades. Technically, the Golden Dome's plan far exceeds even Ronald Reagan's Star Wars program in scope, yet its proposed $175 billion budget is grossly inadequate, likely a fraction of the actual cost. The pursuit of quote-unquote space dominance as a strategic high ground exposes America's true motives. Wow, this was a lot. I feel like we're being gaslit by China and Russia at this point into kind of not going on with this project. We've got this tweet here from Lockheed Martin, and this right here is what sold me. Seeing this thing, I'm like, oh, is this what we're getting? Oh yeah, we definitely need this. This is what I was actually planning at the beginning of the video, but check this out. We got Lockheed Martin tweeting out saying, with his Golden Dome announcement today, President of the United States outlined a bold vision for layered defense to safeguard the homeland. We are ready now to support this mission with combat-proven systems and open systems architecture that integrates the best of American technology. Wow. And here's that. I hope we can get a quick play of that. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, this is absolutely insane. To see this, is this what we're getting? And we can see right here, just through this animated description, this thing is kick butt, for lack of better words. I don't want to say it, but you guys know what I'm thinking. This is what you call a president with balls of steel. I mean, this guy's not messing around. He does not care. He will do what it takes to protect his American citizens. And I'm proud to be American behind this one right here. I mean, we've seen Israel being able to do it. No one spoke out. Russia nor China said one word. But now that it's the United States, another great force on the world scale, they have something to say about it, because they know this will kind of prevent them from being able to send any type of ballistic missiles or missiles in general just to the United States. The attacks will definitely have to be different once we get this thing up and running. They're saying that this is an offensive measure taken by the United States, but I'm just not seeing it. This is total defense system. These folks are upset because we're covering up. We're not allowing the bullies to even have the chance to punch us, because we're protected, guys. Definitely hop in the comment section. No, comments are open. I'm excited to hear what you guys are thinking about this one. This is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane to see Donald Trump is trying to put in place for the American citizens. This is exactly what we voted him in for, putting America first. They should be upset. Let them be upset. All these foreign countries, they're upset that Donald Trump is deciding to put America's safety first. And I think all American citizens should be happy when we're hearing that, because it means that we've got a president who truly cares about the people. He's not going to put us last and allow foreign invasions, all these illegal migrants to flood our southern. No, Donald Trump has locked it down. This is what you call a total takeover right here, at least in my opinion. I want to hear what you guys are thinking. Definitely hop in the comment sections. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you'd enjoy more content like this, catch you guys on the next one.